Best Dash Cams 2022. I'm Ben from Safe Drive Solutions, your dash cam specialists. With the year almost coming to an end, we thought we would show you what our top picks are for 2022. These are the ones we stand behind, these are the ones we install into clients' vehicles, and these are the ones we trust the most from all of our professional experience of installing these into vehicles and from playing with them personally in our vehicles. So let's get right into it. Our best 1080p dashcam pick is the Thinkware F790. With 1080p front and rear video resolution, it also has high dynamic range. High dynamic range adjusts to contrast in various lighting conditions. It also is using the HEVC video codec. It'll give you up to 1.7 times the recording time over other Thinkware models. So if another Thinkware model gave you approximately 2 hours of continuous record time, this model would give you about 3.4 hours of continuous record time on the same size SD card. The GPS antenna is also built right in, and it has 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, allowing for faster download speeds 3 to 4 times faster than other Thinkware models that are only using the 2 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Parking mode has been metered on our test bench as low as 14 milliamps in energy saving mode. This will allow it to last as long as up to 21 days in your vehicle without the need for a power cell to be installed. Other honorable mentions is our Thinkware F200 Pro. This one's been around for almost 2 years now. However, we've installed probably over 200 of them, and we have yet to even see one defect. So it's been a very solid unit for us. But in terms of video performance, the F790 is definitely a step up on the F200 Pro. Best 2K 1440p dash camera. Our top pick is the IROAD X11. I use this dash camera in my vehicle personally. Now I will say that these two units are very close, and I feel either one will be a great choice. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of these two units. Also, if you want a more detailed comparison, we just released a video, the OFO A229 versus the IROAD X11, where we go into full details of the differences between these two, and we also have video comparisons to back it all up. First things first, both cameras use a Sony Starvis image sensor, which sets these units apart are two things. The IROAD X11 uses real HDR, which is high dynamic range, adjusting to contrast and lighting conditions just a tad bit quicker than the VOFO, while the VOFO is using wide dynamic range. The viewing angle of the IROAD is 155 degrees out the front and back, while the VOFO is 140 degrees out the front and 160 degrees out the back. When it comes to voice recording, the X11 is very unique. The X11 allows you to choose to download with or without audio, while most other units on the market, if you have audio recording on, it is automatically going to download it with audio, which a lot of people are always worried that they might say something in the heat of the moment. When it comes to Wi-Fi, the VOFO has the IROAD beat. It actually has 5 gigahertz capability, which basically means you can download videos to your phone 3 to 4 times quicker. We also have the Wi-Fi app also is supported with iOS and Android devices. But what's really cool about the IROAD app that I haven't really seen on other brands is the GPS info will show up in the app. So if it shows you're going 100K on a certain highway, it'll actually show that while the video is playing right on the app. Very cool. And last but not least, SD card capacity. The VOFO will support up to 256, while the IROAD will support up to 512 gigabytes. And the other big thing is the IROAD supports H.265 video codec, which means if you had a 256 in both of these units, the IROAD will get twice the video recording capacity because it is using the newest video codec software. Best 4K dash camera. Our choice is the Thinkware U1000. Using a 4K front 8 megapixel Sony Starvis image sensor and a rear 2K 1440p 5 megapixel Sony Starvis image sensor makes for a really great combination. Now, when you're looking at the viewing angle, you get about 150 degrees out the front and 156 degrees out the rear. The big difference is parking mode. The Thinkware unit has energy saving mode, and with energy saving mode, it draws as low as 10 milliamps of current, which, when tested on your average vehicle, it may last upwards of 21 days without purchasing a power cell or any additional batteries to power it. Now, what separates itself is the radar module. Radar module is an extra part needed. However, I would recommend watching our video on best dashcam parking mode to understand better where this radar module makes a difference. Now, a great runner-up that we do have is the Viofo A129 4K. Now, it runs a 4K front camera, and it's not using a Sony Starvis image sensor. However, it has a rear 1080p camera with Sony Starvis. The front is only 130 degree wide viewing angle, rear is 140. However, the SD card capacity on the Viofo supports up to a 256, which is great. And if you're somebody who doesn't want the standard 1-minute video recording length time, where the Viofo comes in is you can actually choose between 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10-minute video recordings. The other great thing is it has an LCD screen. So if you kind of don't feel comfortable using a Wi-Fi app to change settings like on the Thinkware, you can have a touch screen that you can actually go into and change all the settings. Best 3-channel dash camera. Now, we've had a few different 3-channel dash cameras that we've actually played with, and I honestly have to say that the GNET Geon 3 is the one that we keep going back to and standing behind. The main reason why, it actually has a 2K Sony Starvis front image sensor. The actual interior camera, as you can see here, it has a 180 degree wide viewing angle. So this is a very big thing. It's also infrared. And if you're worried about stuff going on in the interior, if you're worried about being pulled over by cops, if you're worried about, vandalism happening where somebody's walking beside your vehicle, it's not going to obviously get the exterior, but it's going to show that somebody is there, which is quite great to have that information readily and easily available to you. Now, it also uses the H.265 video codec, which I have talked about before. It gives you about twice the amount of video recording time compared to the standard H.264 that a lot of the other units are using on the market. Another big thing is this camera system comes with a 128 gigabyte card, and you can purchase up to a 512 gigabyte card, which will give you endless recording. Either way, this has been our number one pick so far when it comes to 3-channel dash cameras. Best compact dash camera. I've played with a few, the Garmin Mini, and I've also played with this dash camera here, which is the Viofo A119 Mini. And I have to say, this is definitely my top choice. This one here is a 2K 1440p 5 megapixel Sony Starvis image sensor. It also has HDR, high dynamic range, which means it's going to adjust quickly to various lighting conditions. And I have to say, I'm very impressed with the video quality from this unit, and also just how small and compact it is. As you can see with my hand going over top of it, it's very small. It has a 140 degree wide viewing angle and will support up to a 256 gigabyte SD card. Anyways, needless to say, this is our top choice for a small compact dash camera. I hope you enjoyed our summary of our top picks of the best dash cameras from 2022. There are plenty of other dash cameras that are on the market. We get to play with lots of dash cameras that customers bring to us that we end up installing in their vehicles, and some of them are pretty good, but we don't get to play with them enough to actually see how they would compare to other various things. We do try and reach out to those customers that do have different units and try and find out as well. But we like to thoroughly test every single one of the dash cameras that we sell to our clients, and we put them in my own vehicle. We have access to 4 different vehicles, and I will put them in those vehicles, conduct tests, do video comparisons. And I will be honest, there are a few units out of the brands we carry that we do not offer in our store because I do not feel they meet the video quality expectations that I would expect of certain products in certain price ranges. And if I'm going to put my name on it and Safe Drive Solutions is going to put their name on it, we want to make sure that we're thoroughly testing and using it in the vehicle and it is operating the way it is intended to. Now, we do also understand that sometimes there are firmware updates with units and firmware updates on the apps, like new iOS or new Android operating systems come out, and there may be a connectivity issue that may happen for a week or a month or something like that until certain things on the operating system are updated. And we have seen that, and those challenges do arise. However, these are the ones that we like to stand behind and that we support 100%. And if you do have comments, feel free to comment down below. If you're a manufacturer of some kind and you see this video and you think that there's another brand that we should be considering, feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to actually test products. We want to see how it compares. And I'll be honest, at the time that this video is being made, we're getting told there's the new Viofo A139 4K camera is in the process of releasing, and they're using the Sony Starvis 2 image sensor. So I'm actually really excited and hoping to get my hands on one of those very soon. That way I can make some video comparisons showing how it compares to the Viofo A129 4K and the Thinkware U1000. As well, the GNet Geon 4 4K camera is also in the process of releasing right now as well. So I don't know, I'm kind of hoping that I have 4 4K cameras that I'm doing a whole video comparison with very soon. Might have a new video coming out soon on the 4K cameras. Either way, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you do have comments or questions, leave them down below. We are here to help and educate.